Welcome back for the final game of the night. The mic wasn't on yet.
Yeah.
But if you guys are just tuning in, I'm Veli. This is Stokes, my co-caster Sam.
Hello, friends.
So we saw big fans face off against Katsu, where Katsu, they remained victorious in Shrug after a few meme rounds. Shook Squad had them shook a little bit, so they played serious and they won it out. So now we're going to have a finals between Shrug and Katsu. But before we get into the game, there's a few things we want to talk about. Don't forget Venmo. Make sure you submit your clips now, because after this show, Stokes and I will be giving away $700, $500 to first place, and the rest, Stokes, take it away.
All right. Well, first place prize, as you said, $500 is the grand prize of $700. That's the pool. So your second and third are going to get $100 each. It's a big deal, guys. If you guys have any clips, anything, make sure you guys post them on YouTube. Please keep them under 60 seconds. If you could edit it down, we'd really appreciate it. It makes our job a little bit easier and allows us to pick winners faster. Use hashtag Venmo Community Spotlight to talk about it on your social medias. Make sure to go to this link right here in order to post those. But make sure you have them up on YouTube first, and you give your link from YouTube to this link, and we'll make sure that we see your guys' clip.
Make it good, make it funny, just make it catch.
Yeah, make it funny, man. Like, honestly, funny clips are probably going to win out a lot more than skilled clips are. If it's something that's just truly hilarious that happens, I'm telling you, I'm voting for that. I'll give you $500. 100%.
I actually almost chose a funny clip to win $100 last week, but it was subjective humor. But also, wildcard signups currently up, so this is the last week, and this is actually the last game for the open qualifiers here in Stage 3. Wildcard is coming up, and that's going to be our last stage. That's going to be your final chance to make it to LAN at the end of the year in Las Vegas. Play.r6usnationals.com. It's free to enter, fun to play in, and you can find yourself casted in semifinals by Blue, Stokes, or, me. And with all of that out of the way, don't forget, buy your tickets to go to USN.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
Yes.
You can also just be there if you want to go play. Make sure you go to that link. It can be your friends, your grandma, anyone that actually has a right hand and can shoot. Well, actually, left hand. Mo plays left-handed, in case you didn't know that.
Okay.
So anybody that has, thumbs and arms, play. Do the thing.
Thumbs are like console.
Huh?
Use your thumb and...
Yeah, use my thumb.
Okay. So,
Side buttons on the mouse.
Make sure you buy your tickets. It was a pretty phenomenal event last year with, Cloud9, now Reciprocity. We saw them do pretty well. We saw Evil Geniuses, Space Station Gaming, Rogue were Team USA. And the struggles that most of these teams are having now in USN, you love the competition, you love to see it. But all of that build-up is coming to one finale, one final event. So just make sure you buy the tickets, and don't forget to use the code R6USN for 25% off. So here, Veli's trying to save you some money.
There you go. That's off of your hotel room as well.
Yes.
So use that code for your hotel room. You'll get 25% off. Anyone that is using that code. But remember, we're at the Rio. We are at the Rio. We're going to be in the Penn and Teller Theater. Exact same location as last year. So make sure you guys go to the proper websites and everything, and make sure you're close. So you don't have to, take an Uber all the way across the entire, practically state, because there's a lot of hotels that are cheap, but they're far out of the way. You'd much rather be, pay a couple extra bucks and be closer. Make sure to go to that link to find your guys' tickets. Come there, see us. It's going to be a good time. It's Vegas, baby. It's Sin City.
All right, so let's jump right into the game. The nitty-gritty, the finals, the last open qualifier game here in Stage 3. It's going to be Katsu, Noski, Habibi, 6, Mean, and Makarov.
So before this, you and I were talking about these rosters, and I said, who you think is going to go to the final tonight? You said Noski. I said, that's funny enough, because I think I'm going to pick Shrug.
All right.
So it came down to our picks. Our picks are in the finals. Somebody's got to go play Dark Zero and probably lose. That's perfectly fine, though.
That's okay.
So we got Shrug up next. Going to be not loading. Timsy, Cloudstruck, Raz, and Mexican that make up this squad. Obviously, Flynn's Canadian. He cannot play in the United States Nationals because he's not from the United States and also doesn't have a visa to be able to do so. So Timsy is going to be filling the roster for the time being at least. But as you said, we're going to put some Canadian dollars on this, because why not?
Because it's Flynn, so...
Yeah, this is completely a joke, by the way. There's
no, it's not a joke. I'm going to take your money.
You're going to take my fake Canadian money?
10 Canadian dollars.
10 Canadian dollars for 5 Canadian
This is how confident I am now. I'm going to put $5 on the line, so, hey.
Yeah, there you go. Boom, dude. Just put the 10, put the 5.
All right, we shook on it. That's my money. That's Chipotle when I go back home. So
to Canada? Yes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna give it all to Flynn, dude.
Let's see what map we're gonna play on.
We'll just set that up there, We'll just set that up there. We'll see what they're playing now, though. And it's gonna be Clubhouse coming back to haunt you.
Oh, that's a really good map.
And it's a very good map, especially between these two teams.
Yeah, I don't believe we've seen. I haven't seen both of these teams play on Clubhouse.
Shrug's played Clubhouse in CL, I want to say.
How did they do?
I can't remember. I didn't watch the full game. I specifically remember them playing Villa. I want to believe that they casted the other one, or excuse me, they played Clubhouse as well.
They should have the experience playing with Flynn. I'm pretty sure. With his big knowledge bank
His
of info,
siege brain.
right? His big head. He knows
His big head.
I'm pretty sure they've had a lot of good dry runs on how to play this map properly. We all know what's expected here. It's not going to be any type of trickery. We know the 1-2s and 3s.
This is going to be pure competitive gameplay.
Pure competitive, full counters when it comes to hard breaching and whatnot. It's going to be great. But community pose. This is the final game. This is what you guys think.
Ooh, see, the community is on my side. I appreciate you guys.
I like it.
Awesome.
I like it. This is going to be a highly competitive game for what we've seen. We didn't see the best of Shrug in the last game, but now they're going to be battle tested. Same with Katsu in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Both pretty easy games, and this is going to be their true test.
Yeah.
So Clubhouse and Katsu are going to be on attack. So Shrug gets an advantage.
Yes,
Big advantage. Whenever you play Clubhouse and you're on attack, you're expected to win one round on attack, to be honest.
2 rounds.
1 to 2.
Yeah, because of the tertiary site. So obviously you have your 2 bases, which it varies between teams. We've actually seen some teams really like Master Bedroom for some reason, that gym bedroom site, and use that as one of their mains. But usually you're going to see CCTV into a downstairs armory hold and then Master, because no one plays Bar as much as Flynn wants to continue ranting and raving about how Bar is a good site. It is not a good site. It will never be a good site. Stop trying to make it a good site.
G2 tried it.
It's still a crap site.
And they lost.
Yeah, it's a terrible site.
No, don't pick that site.
It's completely horizontal. You literally can just go plant and stock. It's the exact same setup for site as it was when this map was first made.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Big yikes.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're getting a lobby together right now. We're waiting for all the players to join up. And trust me, if Stokes and I could, we'd start the game.
We hit the S button, but we can't. I don't have that power. There's no keyboard.
Exactly. So until then, one of the main questions for me, Clubhouse, we see a lot of either it's all or nothing when it comes to playing on defense. You either see a lot of anchors, especially down low with Arsenal and Church, or you see some good roam play. Which strategy are we going to see this time around? What would you like to see? I pretty much love a lot of the roams that we've seen lately, especially in Pro League and USN.
Honestly, on Clubhouse between these two squads, I feel like it's going to start off respective. We might see some, stuff get pulled out by a Shrug. They are a very aggressive team, as Flynn likes to put it. They have a very good backbone for their support, which would be Flynn and not loading. But obviously, in this case, they're going to have Timsy. But they have 2 people that just literally want gunfights, and that's going to be Mex and Raids. Yeah. And they will literally just roam around and try and find people. That's really all they do. Yeah. Flynn literally put it as this. Yeah, we kind of do stuff on site, and then they just go off, do their own thing, and they either die or live.
What I'm really hoping
that's
with Shrug's personality and play style, especially when it comes to getting that kitchen hatch open, I want to see blood everywhere. I want to see C4s, impact nades coming in to go for kills. And I believe this is the right type of team to go ahead and challenge these type of fights. They're not afraid of it. They love peeking, so why not?
I think it should be a lot of fun, especially playing into what we saw from Katsu on Cafe. This should be pretty interesting chat, but we're going to be starting things off. Katsu, Shrug 2, Clubhouse, going to be the last game of the evening. Make some noise, get your spams going in chat. Better see a lot of those Shrug emojis. Nobody at Flynn, though, because we don't like him.
Nope. This is for my diamond. Okay, Mexican.
Hopefully you play better this time than Mex.
Yeah, try to win the finals in USN first, Mexican.
Let's see. A first ban going to be coming out from Shrug, and it's going to be an offensive ban. Obviously, Maverick off the board. Pretty routine.
Yo, can we call a tactical timeout real quick? I haven't finished my chicken nuggets. Okay. So, you see these guys are coming in serious right now. But Mav is pretty much a standard ban on this map. He has no real counter except a bullet to the head.
He doesn't have a counter. There's no such thing as a counter to Maverick.
There's no counter at all.
No, he is the counter to the counters.
Yes.
Yeah, counters to counters. Capitao going to be off the board as well. Tactical crossbow, extremely good. And actually, Katsu being on offense, I'm actually very surprised that they took them away from themselves, because this is going to allow a lot more bandit tricking. But granted, with how Thatcher's been being played, as well as concussions getting poured into through the drone hole upstairs to prevent that wall from being bandit tricked, I could definitely see why they would go with Capitao instead. So going to use Mira as their ban for defense. So no Mira window is going to be used. And then finally, we're going to have the last ban by Shrug. That chat is just lighting up, man.
Makarov is a jokester. I actually played with Makarov a lot. And I always joke with him.
He's a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, when are you not going to choke in USM? When are you going to win? And he's pretty confident.
Okay.
He has a pretty trash coach named Hunter. And shout out to
Just
Hunter,
came
man.
at Hunter, bro?
I love Hunter.
Oh, man.
Yeah, his coach. Oh,
Hey.
Stokes is my dad.
What's good, son?
Yeah, he has a pretty good coach in Hunter that researches the teams, and he says that they're prepared for this.
Oh, Mac's getting the work. He doesn't even know.
Makarov, you're so right.
Mac, I can't wait to come back to the States and steal your elo.
I actually want to say Mac is the best player in the lobby right now. We call him Lord Mac, and I believe he's going to be MVP this game. Timsy is going to get destroyed.
Oh, you think so? That's cute.
Timsy's going to get so destroyed now.
You're funny.
Yo, Shrug is going to lose. Can't wait.
You're like funny, haha. That's what it is.
This is going to be a really good.
Oh, it's going to be so good. I'm
like
so
the
excited.
jokes are here pre-game. Now we're going to get serious. 100 cash, worst cast.
Oh my goodness gracious! This is going to be very fun.
Oh,
I think we're going to have a lot of shots sent back and forth between these two teams.
Hopefully Makarov's gameplay is as good as his jokes. So Shrug, they're going to start off on defense, and take a look at the lineup. You're going to have Mexican on dock, and rightfully so. Mexican is a player, especially individually. He's the ones that really open things up when it comes to When it comes to opening kills and being a solo player, he knows how to stand his ground and retreat whenever the occasion calls for it. Now, with Jaeger in play, it's going to be real useful, especially over in cash. You're going to have Timsy. His job is to make sure that CCTV wall doesn't get hard breached. Kaid, pretty much going to be under low and lounge. He's going to be backup support for Bandit. Plus the TCSG and the Nitro Cell can help things out late game. Mute's going to be on the board, and that's going to stop any type of drone play and intel gathering on the side of Katsu. Action phase is underway, and let's see who's going to take round number one.
Pretty traditional setup here from Shrug, and as you said, they're going to have Timsy on the CCTV wall, trying to bandit trick, but you have to worry about what Six is going to do with these concussions, because there's been a lot of teams' counters for how to handle the bandit tricking when you don't have access to a Capitao or something else along those lines, or per se a Mav. We're going to have an early kill though as Cloudstruck gets taken out immediately. Not even 30 seconds off the clock and the man's already dead, but obviously his jammer's still going to be alive. So we're going to see some Thatcher play coming in here now, but again, you have to worry about what Six is going to do with these concussions through this drone hole. How are they going to counter this? More than likely going to be some ADSs. We do see a Jaeger over here. He could just stand close and actually barricade, or stand close to the barricade to make them go off earlier, stand close to the drone hole. We've seen a couple of teams allocate to do that, but having that barricade in the way also makes things work. So we might see some concussions go off now. He's not going to go for it, but he's also not going to try and put the charge on just yet. Just trying to bait some kills outside.
All right, Raids. Oh, he's going to find himself in a gunfight with a little peek into construction. Oh, no, he's going to get bodied. Makarov on top. Nice headshot to start off the game. So, two players are down for Shrug and Katsu. They're looking really good on attack. It's not expected on Clubhouse, but a little few shots in the big toe. It's Six is going to put in some good damage towards Kai. It's going to be about a quarter health taken away. But an EMP in play, and the Texan Dynamite's going to be there. Timsy's going to have such a nice counter. That's how you play the utility.
He's so good at bandit tricking, man. That's an operator that specifically Tim has played for a very, very long time. It's his most played defensive operator. So the guy's got I think he's got 800 hours on bandit alone across Xbox and PC.
Oh.
Yeah, very, very long-standing bandit main there. Just doesn't play it very, very often anymore. Frag grenade is now pouring in.
Oh, no.
His loading's trying to rock some bullet holes, seeing if he can find a door. Timsy will falter as Noski takes him down. Still a full-on offensive hold here, and this is looking like a perfect round unless Loading has something to say about it. It doesn't seem like he really does, and Katsu with the flawless round. Didn't even get the wall with a quick rotation over to construction take, especially after that early pick onto Loading, or excuse me, onto Cloudstruck. Made it very easy for them.
Such a great start for Katsu. And
yeah.
For a team that I predicted to do so well, Makarov really set the tone. Really all the gameplay coming in from him, it was dynamic. They were able to come in from all sides, construction, CCTV, you name it. Not a lot of pressure coming in from Garage, but they didn't need that at all due to the early picks coming in from construction. The peaks didn't work out for Shrug, but down in Church and Arsenal Room, hopefully the peaks can defend blue. So take a look at the lineup again. We're going to see Mute, nice Nitro Cell, and the 6th pick on
all right, Cloud.
Av. 6 pick on Cav. I like it. Make Shrug play solo. There's not going to be a Jackal involved, so he's going to be free for this roam.
Yeah, but Katsu has been very good with their drones, and they're going to have to worry about that because if you're on the other end of the barrel from Makarov, he's more than likely going to win that gunfight, as we saw. He's so good with those tight angles, and won't really passing a pin through that extremely tight angle upstairs.
You're right. So, with verticality involved, because of the fact that there's a few hatches that have to be open, Mexican on post is going to be the X factor for this team. You see him reinforcing hatches, but him going underneath with the cardiac sensor, he can detect those heartbeats, and with a nitro cell in hand, and there might be a total of 3 on the team, they can light him up from below, 1 explosion at a time. So if Shrug wants to make a comeback, it's all going to be the battle of the hatches. But also, you're going to have to see if this Cav pick is going to pay off. How good is Katsu going to be at watching the flank and watching rotates? I'm wondering if the drone work is going to be prevalent in this matchup. As you see, the hiding spot is going to be the logistic office right behind the desk. And now we wait.
All right, we'll have to see if Cloud can make good use of this Cav pick. She's a very high-risk, high-reward operator, especially if she's able to get that interrogation. That's really what you're trying to go for. That's money in the bag. Oh, first drone going to come in, and he's hiding behind the desk. Does he get spotted out? 6 doesn't see him. He's going to have to drone this out properly. Oh, a quick sprint. Is 6 going to drop? He's going to go for the angle. No, he's going to check drone again. Doesn't want to drop right into the open arms of a Caviera. That Legion pistol, very, very dangerous.
So, Makarov already making his way towards kitchen, and with the roamers present, let's see how they're going to affect this round. Gunfire coming up from the top, and Mexican throws out a wild nitro cell that's going to connect. Makarov, he's out of here. So no more bug play. The skeleton keys are not going to be in use. Most importantly, the 2 frag grenades that come along with him will not be in play. But Timsy has an impact of his own, and that is going to shut down the hard breach attempt for Habibi for now, as he still has another pair of X-Kairos waiting to use.
Both impacts down. X-Kairos going to go down once again. No more Electro Claws, so burned quite a bit of utility, made him work for that 1 hatch, and he got them all. They can obviously use the Thermites to try and get some other hatches, but they don't have any more EMPs, I don't believe. We'll have to check on Noski here in a bit, but Raz on flank doesn't get caught off from a drone just yet. Work his way towards kitchen. That's where most of Katsu has been poised. Cloudstruck also in tow, as you can see him on the main stairs. Loading defaults are off. I believe that's inside of Mud Tunnel. Yes, it is indeed. Snowski's taking quite a bit of damage. It's actually 1 shot from anything right now in order to die.
And Shrug, they're going to have 1 shot at trying to make a play from this Cav pick. I wonder where he's currently hiding. With pressure over in blue, oh yes, he's going to be on main stairs. As a refrag comes in, now with 3v3, less than a minute left to go. And down the hash, they're going to go. Cloudstruck, shot it back. It's 6 on the flank. That's what you want to see. And with a nice peek coming in from Kaid, it's not enough. Rat's get a double kill, and the same goes for It's 6. Jaeger, he's going to be all alone in a 1v2. Zofia, a quarter health. But Fragmite has the power necessary to win a duel. How is Rats going to make this happen? If he goes for the defuse, they're going to hear it, they're going to peek down through the hatch, and It's 6. It's going to shut it down. Katsu, they're going to win round number 2.
Yeah, that's very impressive, especially on Clubhouse, getting 2 offensive rounds right off rip. That's really all you're supposed to get, but it seems like they're walking all over everyone right now. That roam game from Shrug seemed to work out a little bit in delaying time, especially when we saw Tim get the double impact to get rid of all of those X-Kairos. Granted, they are running the double hard breach, which is exactly what you want to do, but it's still quite a bit of utility burned earlier on.
Going down to Church and Arsenal room for the 3rd round now. Katsu, they're up 2-0 on attack. All memes aside, Shrug is struggling. And hopefully they can start picking it up. Just because you lose a lot of rounds on defense doesn't mean that you're going to struggle on attack. It can go either way, as we see right now. It just happens that Katsu are getting the best of Shrug thanks to early picks from the 1st round, but the late gameplay and the plan from the previous. So, with this setup, we're going to have Pulse once more, and I believe Mexican's going to be playing right where he's reinforcing the wall. He'll be able to call out if players are coming in from main stairs. We're not going to have Cav on board, as Cloudstruck is going to play a more serious role. It's going to be on Bandit this time around. The batteries, I'm not sure where he'll place them, but it'll probably be in Church. Or Kaid will do it. I'm not sure just yet. But the hatches are going to be a focus. Pretty sure Kaid is going to focus on the hatches, and Bandit's going to be on that wall. That's the only way that makes sense. It's Timsy, Nat Loading, and Cloud Shrug look like the Owen trio.
Yeah, they really are at this point in time, but again, when it gets bared down onto site, it's a very difficult thing to battle out of, especially when you're up against 5 people. Not a single pick really happening in favor of Shrug just yet. We might see that change as Cloud Shrug has went away from these strats that we saw him attempting over to something a little bit more routine. We're going to have the Bandit this time around.
Taking this game more serious now, they're going to find themselves down, and they're going to have to find themselves rallying behind Katsu, especially after halftime. But with the roamer currently called out, Cloud Shrug is trying to make magic happen. A drone right behind him and 3 players shooting through that barricaded window. He's going to hightail it on out of there, destroying a drone on his way.
Yeah, Cloud is just not giving a damn right now, I can tell you that. This man is just showing face at any given moment in time. They're going to work their way inside of Kitchen now, though, as Makarov's waiting for someone to rotate. Recognizes out that they do have a pulse, trying to chase him down. Doesn't recognize it out, though, obviously, since he doesn't have X-ray vision. Going to open up all of the lanes possible through the Kitchen and make quick work of that, but a Nitro Cell is going to claim his life once again, and it's going to be the exact same delivery unit. It's going to be Pulse and Mexican from below with the explosive finish.
Mexican with the first blood. Things are
loading.
mean drops loading, evening the odds. 4v4, a lot of action in such a short amount of time. Heart Breach currently in play, and the impact is going to be primed, and it's going to stop the Heart Breach. So still, the battle is going to pursue between Kaid and Habana. But Cloud Shrug is looking to pick up yet another kill in Kitchen, creeping underneath. Oh yeah, he's looking in the right direction.
Oh,
He's going off the sound. He's going to connect. Habibi, watch your toes. The Nitro Cell is going to get that kill.
Yeah, some vicious waters inside of Kitchen right now, and you always got to also be aware, those angles work both ways. Just because Makarov opened them doesn't mean you can't die from them. We're going to see that made, well, inherently clear, as that sound cue definitely helped with half of the flooring gone.
Yeah. Little late rotation coming in from Mean Sama as Noski goes down below once again. So the pressure going into blue is going to be prevalent. With the barbed wire in place, oh, they know Noski's there. And look at the peak just waiting. But Noski doesn't care. Almost gets a 2K. He gets shut down by Timsy. Great trade coming in from him, but that first kill was vital. Coming in from Tunnel as well. Mean Sama able to get 1 down. That kill is going to get finished off over from main stairs, and already a 2v2, Stokes.
Oh, working his way in, but that TCSG is going to rip right through him. It's all down to the man on main stairs. He hasn't rotated away either. Does have one inside of Moto as well as he works his way towards the hallway 6. Rocking a hard place right now. Going to get spotted out by the camera as well. That's still inside of Moto. Timsy soon on the rotate, but going to catch him off guard. No, he doesn't. 6 all the way down to 1 shot. They're both 1 shot, 1 kill at this point with anything in the game. So it's a game of paintball at this point. Whoever gets hit first is the one that's going to die. 6 rotating in towards Moto now, but he's aware of the pressure. What a shot from 6. Threads the needle, and Timsy pays the price.
It's 6, makes it 3. Nice shot, nice reaction. Can they get 9 in the chat? 6 GOAT, baby. Katsu, 3 straight.
Gotta love when former teammates play against each other.
Man. There it is, a 3-peat. It's going to happen. Katsu, are they going to...
I'm going to lose money that's not mine. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Shrug. What's the answer for Shrug right now?
Don't allow Cloud Shrug to do whatever he wants to do.
Their own play is risky, their own play is there, but there's no resistance. It wastes about 20 seconds off the clock, and then he eventually goes back downstairs.
20 seconds is nothing.
Yeah, like it's solo role play on Clubhouse. Now, if we take a look at Pro League in previous events, especially Raleigh, from Rogue and also Empire, we've seen down below be played as a site, but they send 2 roamers upstairs to help each other out. If you send just 1, all it takes is 1 well-placed drone and more than 1 person to hunt him down and get him out of there. Let me boost my CGG stats, please. Oh, can we see the scoreboard?
Max at 1, 2, and 2. 6 on an absolute.
Mac, right now you're an assist player. You're trash and you're buck. Step it up. Team is winning, but let's not talk about stats right now.
Right.
Go for the W. Go for the W.
Wow, you just said stat pad. We don't care about the team anymore. Stat pad it. That's what you just said.
No.
Game.
No. Worry about the W more than anything else.
Yeah, of course. Stats don't matter as long as you get a dub.
That's all.
Everyone can have a negative KD. If you win the game, that's all that matters. Who cares?
Attackers must locate.
Much rather have the USN victory than have a positive KD. Hey, that's just me though. I don't know.
Hey.
We'll tell you one thing though. If Cloud Shrug does reel it in just a little bit, I feel like this is all of a sudden going to be a pretty even matchup.
Yeah, that's the biggest.
Because Shrug's been able to battle back on site, especially that last round, but it really should have never been there. I mean,
But the
Cloud
thing
got
with,
caught on rotation. We had a couple of just very weird instances.
But the thing with Cloud is it has to do with the operators that he picks. Okay, Cav, Bandit, I don't expect him to make big plays. Oh, this is going to be a great interaction.
Oh.
Noski breaks open his master bedroom window. It's going to be a player.
That's not loading. That's the mute inside of master.
Really? Oh, that shotgun is going to be solid. Okay. So he's going to be roaming around, and he's going to find himself in bathroom at the moment. Hopefully the drone doesn't see him. But it's 6 is going to find rats on the bottom of garage. Mean someone's looking over him, but a BB's going to get a kill as well. 2 straight for Katsu, but a down Zofia, she's going to get picked up. Wow, already. It's going to be 2 players down for Shrug. How are they going to answer back? And that's how they're going to do it, not loading the nice down and knife to clean up the kill.
Oh, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place now. If he motions over any farther, he's going to end up getting shot from his teammate sitting out on the balcony. He's waiting for the frag grenade going off. It's not going to do very much damage. Sprints to the angle. He's actually going to end up winning this out. This is a great move by not loading. Motions into the bathroom. Hasn't recognized him out yet, but they have no idea where he went. He practically disappeared. He's a phantom. Gets marked out by the drone, though. They definitely know he's inside a bathroom hallway, as that was a very weird instance. Makarov just waiting now. Nitro cell to go off. Not going to do very much damage, but he also could shoot him through the bathroom wall. Going to him getting his elbow tagged up. Does he win out this gunfight, though? Noski trying to challenges him with a pistol, but can he win it out? They're already rotating in from behind him as well, but it's going to be a down kill here from Makarov as loading finally gets finished off.
Trapped in a gym, and Planet Fitness wasn't at the play. So great roam presence coming in from Shrug, but take a look at the numbers now. Katsu only has 1 player down, and it's a 4v2. Kayet and Post are going to be in play, and Post's gun isn't good enough to win multiple gunfights in succession. But utilizing a Wolfpack method, we're going to have all 3 of these players teaming up together, but the intel is going to be on Shrug's side. So that's one thing they have going for them, and that's their only advantage. Is a drone. It's going to be his own drone. Okay. So Katsu with 40 seconds left to go. There is so much time on the board to make this play happen. And that was a funky little attempt right there as the first academic charge fails. But it's open now, and that's all they need. So utility is coming into play, and 25 seconds left to go to see if Shrug can clutch this out.
Oh, what a nice peek from Timsy. Takes down Makarov. Very big pick. 6 has quite a bit of damage done to him as well as he picked himself up. So only 5 HP. Main and Noski's really what you need, but they're also rotating in from blue. Kind of a pinch action coming in here now. Able to recognize out Timsy. Now, didn't hear the man inside of blue, but definitely be called out to the teammate. Could possibly win this out, but not recognizing it out. I'm going to assume that comms got a little bit flooded there. Mexican not able to hear the call, and Katsu wins out yet again.
It's kind of like karma. Shrug were playing with their food last game, and now they're struggling to eat. Katsu running wild right now.
They're struggling to eat because Shrug's just not playing the video game.
Hey.
I'm going to be completely honest. Like,
what do you see? What do you see? Be real.
Roamers with no utility use.
That's what I was saying. So
there's nothing to help them upstairs. That's why they're just... I'm just, again, I'm not a sugarcoating kind of person. Shrug is trying out just stuff to see if it works. Like, they're not putting any utility upstairs to hold down different angles, make it a little bit harder. They could even reinforce Jacuzzi wall, and that would help them with that roam game. But instead, they're just like, hey, we're just going to roam up here. Maybe we'll get some picks. We, at the end of the day, don't really care too much. If we win this, we win this. We don't, we don't.
What I don't like, from what we've seen previously from Cloud Shrug, especially on Consulate during his debut in USN this year, Cloud Shrug roams well with operators that still or have a lot of intel to use. Whether it's Valkyrie, whether it's Mozzie. Give him a dynamic operator that's really hard to use in a Nitro cell in hand. We've been seeing him roam with Mute in bedroom. And we saw a ring around a Rosie game until he was eventually taken out. That's not what Shrug needs on this, and they need a more dynamic operator to be able to roam around, install Katsu, make Katsu waste utility on you, make Katsu lose a few players chasing you down, make Katsu lose. And Cloud Shrug and his roaming is not attributed to that. So with 4 rounds, 1 straight on attack, Katsu, they're looking to close out this game with a perfect 7-0. It's going to take 3 rounds in order to do that, but the spawn peek coming in from Mexican, it's not going to see anybody right now, so he's going to go ahead back out of the way, back in the CC2B.
All right, well, same song and dance for Katsu as they, well, just assume the position. Getting the hatch open for logistics office, as well as getting Six prepared to throw some concussions through the drone hole to prevent Timsy from Bandit tricking the wall. We do have a BB that's rotated over to the CCTV window. Oh, this might get dangerous. He sees him first as he went out the gunfight, though. Quite a bit of damage done to Six. He pre-fires again, but Six going to abandon ship, and you definitely should. It's a dock. He can heal himself back up. You don't have that luxury, my friend.
Timsy, the resident bandit, successful in previous rounds, and this is going to be one that he's going to fail. So jumping into the rafters of Garage, he's going to team up with Now Loading. But despite that, he's going to jump down and be a roamer. Momentarily, it's Six is going to get down. Great play coming in from Now Loading as Maestro. Down to 556, he's trying to get a pixel peek on the down player, but unable to do so. You might have a chance to get revived unless some type of utility comes into play to knock him out. That's what Shrug needs, and it's not happening. And Zofia is still down, but not out.
They really have to worry about Makarov in this sense, especially because of just how he's been able to perform so far. Raz going to shut him down. Loading also finds one. That's going to be Noski. Isn't his confirmed kill onto Six, who has picked himself up in the process of the round continuing on. So Thatcher off the board, Buck off the board as well. This is looking good for Shrug for the very first time in this set.
Long arm throw with the drone to go around the CCTV, and despite all the action that we heard, it's quiet.
I will say this, the thing about Makarov that is, really stood out to me is he plays a lot like Laxing does. Very solo, flank heavy, able to catch these rotations. And speaking of catching things, Habibi is going to catch a bullet to the face as Raz peeks directly into that line of sight, able to free up that area. Six still on very low HP. Obviously, reset's not a thing anymore. And he also picked himself up, so can't even go down once again. Mean going to be on the roof as well.
Shrug looking to take their first victory, and I'm sorry, Sam, I didn't mean to almost...
Oh, you're good, buddy.
But this is the first round where they actually show life, and in that gunfight, Mean takes that life away from Raz, shuts him down in 40 seconds. This is still clutchable.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, not anymore. Mexican gonna drop Mean Sama to his knees, and now we have Zofia with only just a little bit of health, and yeah, Mexican's gonna shut the game down. The Shrug finally puts around on the board, and do we have a game?
It's almost like they played the game this time.
It's almost like they played the game right this time. The roam play was great, and they did what they were supposed to do rounds ago. I know Flynn's at home saying, finally these idiots took one, but it took so long.
Well, I think the main thing is that the wall got opened earlier on where there was so much pressure on them trying to keep that locked up last time and them holding down Garage. This time it opened up, so they knew they just had to keep Garage as that safe space so that they obviously could not plant on default, which is that area right next to the bomb chassis. So they're able to read into what Makarov was going to do. Again, he's been a solo player for a lot of these matches, and a lot of matches that we've seen him in prior, where he'll just make these solo flanks. They end up working out. That's why I said it's a lot like what Laxing does, where you'll just see him off on his own, but things end up working out in the end because it's completely unsuspected. This time, though, it was suspected. Ended up working out. They get diffuser down inside a logistics office, and everything is right as rain.
So, like Laxing, where he's able to be solo and have a huge impact on the game. You've yet to see any of that clutch potential come in. But Noski on top for his team, 7-3 with 6 right behind him, 8-1 so far. Okay, only death coming in from that one loss. Shrug on the other end. We're gonna have traps. We're gonna have cameras. We're gonna have toxic babes. Hopefully they can use that.
We're going to have a lineup that actually is good for this site.
It's an amazing lineup, actually.
Well, hopefully Cloudstruck doesn't throw himself from the roof this time or something.
Okay.
I'm so serious. You got to watch that man right now. Huh?
This happened?
Oh, I'm sure Cloud has died from throwing himself off roofs. I'm sure. Probably.
So Cloud is going to be playing underneath the kitchen hatch and...
Oh, Max.
Impact. Okay.
This is a spawn peak, my friend. Can we see this? Oh, he's going to abandon it as soon as we see it. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
I'm going to see what Mex and Valk have in plan, Marcy. So we could keep our eyes on them during the first push. That would be nice, unless they go ahead and retreat. I want to see if Mexican tries a risky play, and I want to see if it pays off for him. If not, yeah, they're going to run away. That was short-lived.
It always scares me when you go to a Valkyrie and they have their nitro cell out while they were trying to put utility out by accident, because there's one misclick away and you're dead. So, always a dangerous thing. Gonna have a top-down clear here, though, as they've already recognized out that the top floor is clear with those drones that we saw circling earlier on. So know that they're at least have safe harbor upstairs for the time being. Shrug probably not going to be nearly as aggressive up the main stairs.
But aggression is going to be on the side of Katsu as you see the clear and clean roam coming in. Players able to clear out the top floor, and immediately they're going to go down to bar and kitchen. It's going to be a hard anchor defense, and the impact nade is going to be primed, ready to stop all types of hard breaches coming in. So it's going to be up to Katsu to do the easy job right now, opening up the hatches, finding lines of sights into the site, and a hot drop spot before they make their final move. So it's going to be quiet, I'm going to say, for the next 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, absolutely. Just as they continue to get things set up, still have some hatches to worry about. Obviously, we haven't seen a single piece of hard breach utility used just yet. So yeah, I would completely agree with you that it is still going to be a while. Main is going to be opening up a couple of angles that he can work his way through, open up the door as well as the kitchen window. You can always get those upside down with a BB, because he is going to be rocking that Habana. But it's actually going to be not loading to start things off. Speaking of Habibi, he's dead, and I don't exactly know where it happened from, but it doesn't matter. That's a massive amount of utility off the board, because now you have to use mean to get all of your hatches.
Presence in blue. And if 6 was smart, he wouldn't push that alone. So you can see the instant retreat as he's going to back up. Eventually a peek comes. And for his luck, a head is going to be in his line of sight. The hard breach is coming in towards church downstairs, and means someone once again to the thick of the action. Moment has a turn. That's when the blue push is going to be effective. Is now it's 6 changes right on the timing. The timing was so bad as the player is going to go up blue stairs.
He recognized it out. I think he did. 6 is waiting on the rotate, but he's just going to play the blue stairs instead. Mexican defaulter off, and quick, everyone falls inside of sight after Makarov's grabs its second. Nasi to continue on. Cloudstruck to finally battle back, trying to bring this back from the depths, but Mean's already planning. Already ready for the person inside of blue now, though, as 6 is recognized out where the last person's going to be, and it's going to be not loading. Quick tag, though, and Katsu find yet another round. That's going to be 5-1 on the offensive side.
Nowski and Makarov with the double kills. You love to see it. Makarov opening things up, thanks in part to him being on Buck and utilizing skeleton keys to open a part in the wall. When he was able to do that, easy 2 picks over in Arsenal. After that, Nasi came in and got the free kills. 5-1 on attack.
Well, I can tell you this. It'd probably be 6-0 if Flynn was on the team.
True.
How's it going?
Entirely true. I won't disagree with you. But Shrug, they're going to be on attack. So you can say they had it easy. Now it's going to be so much harder. This is an uphill battle. And Katsu on defense, oh boy.
Yeah, going downstairs to Church Arsenal, only have 2 rounds to find. And as you said, this might have been just a little bit of payback. This is what I will assume about Shrug, seeing this, is that Shrug is really handled by Flynn, telling people to stop being dumb.
That's the IGL?
No, it's going to be Chase. Not loading is the IGL of the team. But I'm going to assume that Flynn is that guy that's like, all right, guys, let's not do this. Let's calm it down. Let's bring it back a little bit. I feel like that's Flynn's definite role. If you've ever met Flynn...
Flynn's a very serious person.
Yeah, Flynn's the guy to just shut all of the fun down and just go, all right, guys, this is serious time. Let's get serious.
You need a player like that on your team, especially if you're on Shrug. When you're down 1-5, you're going to have short-term memory. You're going to have to forget about all the losses, but you're going to have to remember why you got that loss. And a real leader and someone that has a serious demeanor on your team, such as Flynn and Chase, they're the ones that set the team straight. But there's going to be no Buck in play. We're going to have Sledge instead. Pretty interesting mix. Still, great gun, great utility, and an amazing ability. He's going to have kitchen duty, I believe. Habana, Thatcher, Thermite, and Zofia. This is a basic... Oh, no! Cloudstruck!
He got caught!
Reloading his gun, and Makarov with a nice window peek. Timing was absolutely everything.
That's what Cloud gets.
Yeah, so with the first kill of the game, that was in about, 10, 15 seconds flat.
Yeah, they're just about the 25-second mark. So that'll be our opening, and again, it's a little bit of payback to Cloud. He was acting a menace the last map, so just running around, throwing himself from buildings and everything else, and we already saw earlier on what his roam game seemed to be like, which was utmost aggression. That's what they attempted, and Cloud's going to get punished by utmost aggression, as we did see the bandit rotate down the main stairs.
It would be pretty fun if we saw Katsu pull up a mean lineup as well in this game if they go to match point.
Well, the other thing that really sucks for them is that Cloudstruck was playing Habana. And traditionally speaking, we have Flynn on Habana, but this time around, Timsy's going to be on the Thermite because, as I told you guys in the last map, Tim is the Thermite main. That's what he plays. That's what he's always played for such a long time. It's ridiculous. Mech's now trying to work his way up blue, though. Won't be able to get as much work on the hatches anymore due to that fact, so they're really going to have to pick and choose what they want opened here. Oh, you always see that. Oh, my God. Shoot, Mex.
No.
Pull the trigger, Mex.
Just
shoot.
do it.
Shoot. He might be behind the box.
Oh, just do it. No.
He might be behind the box.
Just do it.
My anxiety is getting higher by the moment.
Mexican. What are you going to...
Flick his head!
And his aim is getting better as time goes by, but he's going to peek for the hard kill and die! Oh, Mexican with the missed opportunity and 2 straight kills coming in for Katsu. Make it 3 as refract currently happens. And in the 1v4, Timsy is going to run for his life. Oh, no. And just like that, in a span of 10 seconds, the round got turned upside down on his head, and Katsu are looking unstoppable against Shrug.
We're going to rotate from Makarov as well as he's going to hop outside and run right into kitchen more than likely. Will Tim hear this flank? He will. Recognizes it out, but he wins it out anyways, and Katsu is on match and map point.
That's it. This is it, man. This is uglier than my first girlfriend. Katsu 1 round away from winning the game. Shrug, they only have 1 round to their name. Yo, chat, can we get a hashtag we need Flynn? This is a rough loss. And it's not Timsy as a sub. It's not his fault.
No, he's playing well.
Timsy's playing his role well, but Kyle Shrug getting killed first is hard breacher. I mean, that obviously blows because your strategy now, you can't really contend over in kitchen because you know the impact frag is going to be coming. So the hatches that you have to open aren't as important. Go ahead, Stokes.
Oh, I'm sorry, friend.
Oh, you're fine.
You know what I'm more excited for, though?
What's up?
The tweet from Flynn after this.
Oh, I can't wait.
I had to let it build up a little bit there for a second.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. So excited to see what this tweet is. Oh.
So
Flynn is also pro dunk. I love pro dunk. Pro dunk is just so good.
If you're just tuning into the stream, we keep saying Flynn if you're new to the game, or you know you're not sure about both of these teams,
or the commentating staff of Rainbow Six.
Right. Flynn is a caster that also made it to Challenger League, 1 step underneath Pro League, and he's on one of the best teams out there in Challenger League.
As of right now.
He plays on Shrug, and he's unable to play in this game. The last open qualifier for Stage 3, by the way, because he's Canadian and he doesn't have an American visa. If you're playing from Mexico or anywhere and you have an American visa, you can compete in the U.S. Nationals. He doesn't have it, so they're playing with the sub, but the sub isn't the reason why they're losing, and that says a lot.
No, it's CloudStrug's fault.
Blame CloudStrug.
Hey, I blame Cloud for everything. All right. He's my new, go-to instead of Flynn. I'm just gonna blame CloudStrug. Flynn already does it, so why can't I?
Oh, the timing on that.
Yep, very close timing as Katsu is poised upstairs inside of CCTV as well as cash room. Routine sight here as Makarov will be roaming downstairs. He's already taken quite a bit of damage, but he traded out pretty well with Wrath. Mexican now on drones as they still have to worry about the main wall. We're about a minute in here, and it seems like they are poised outside to be able to get this. They do have EMPs unloading. Tim rocking the thermite. Also has that diffuser. So, an impact from underneath. Does he actually deal quite a bit of damage? Noski's all the way down to 1 HP after a double impact from the lifeline.
Such a great job from Shrug so far, but Jackal is at less than a quarter health as well. But Smoke utilizing that Toxic Babe, you see utility coming in from both teams. They're bound to keep each other at bay, but the gunfight is going to be inevitable. There was a strong cash stairs hold, and if a player comes in from lounge, expect that rotation to be made. It's a Mexican, he wants to try his chances. They have bottom of garage currently open up on one of the panels, so they can be pretty dynamic with the way that they run in. Mean Sama, oh my God, bodies Timsy. That's not what this team needed. Shrug loses their hard breacher. CCTV was open up, so that's not a big deal, but still.
Once he does his job, that's really what he is, just another man with a gun, and he almost killed Mean at the top of garage. That's a very, very impactful thing. They don't have a dock. They're actually kind of banged up at this point. Mean very low. Noski literally on 1 HP. I mean, a slight blow of window kill him just like that. Cloud actually finds his mark. Mean to falter as well upstairs, so they have garage control, and they're all in good tidings as well still. Makarov could still rotate, and he's actually getting Jackal track now and going to get red out, so that's a very good find by Wrath.
Really long rotation currently coming in, and the bait and switch from Habibi. Raz was tunnel visioned, and he wasn't watching his back, and Castellanos has been heavily guarded throughout the entirety of the round. Spot team back on it, I don't know, but thanks to the slits in the shield, it's 6. He was able to line up his sights, but he wasn't able to connect. Finding himself in a 1v2 and utility in play, the Nitro Cell from Makarov is going to be the big W. A 4v2, 2 kills left to go, and Katsu, they're going to be one step closer for qualifying to land.
Oh
my God.
Oh, no. Gonna be a Claymore outside as Makarov throws himself from the building right into the open arms of an explosive. We're still going to have 2 members here. Noski again on low HP, but they're trying to battle out in Garage. Cloudstruck has been down. A quick rotate here to try and claim all these kills, and that's going to be all she wrote. As 6 gets the double kill, and that's going to be 7-1 in favor of Katsu as Shrug loses out. Take your Canadian money and walk away.
I say we give it to Shrug so they can buy a visa for Flynn, because they need...
Somebody needs to stop Cloudstruck.
They need him. Oh, oof. So finally, speaking of Makarov and their coach over the past week.
Well, Tim did better, so I guess Cloud's getting dropped. That's how that works, right?
Just about, yeah. Everybody needs to go back to the drawing board for that one.
Yeah. That was a fun matchup, nevertheless, though. Still some interesting stuff to be brought out. And if anything, put some respect on that Katsu name, folks. They're looking very good. They took this as an extremely serious match where we can't really say the same for Shrug 2, but what are you going to do when you have to play with a sub as well?
Can't blame it all on the subs. Just the whole team was off, period.
Yeah.
I didn't like the wrong game. I didn't.
They're just being overly aggressive for no reason, which
aggressive.
It happens.
And there's so many peaks. I mean, come on, man.
That shot was insane by Noski.
Oh, my gosh, right. But everything that they challenged just seemed to be out of their favor.
That was the craziest shot of this whole thing, though, by 6. That shot onto Timsy was insane.
Oh, 6 and Makarov were it for me that entire game. Both of those players are on absolute fire. Clearing out the site, they did everything perfect. Katsu definitely deserved to go to land after a performance like that. And you know what? They're going to have 2 more games in order to do it. So they're going to be facing off against Dark Zero next week.
Should be a pretty good game, actually.
Dark Zero against Katsu should be a great game.
Yeah, it's a best of 1, which you guys know Jordan's going to be cooking in the kitchen. I mean, he already does that.
Yeah.
Bacon in the morning. But you really got to be worried about it. You really, really have to be worried about it. So we'll have to see what they can possibly bring to the table up against Dark Zero next week. Yeah. But now we have an interview.
We have an interview. Let's go ahead and throw it to it. I'm ready. Let's go. It's going to be
Hello.
Habibi. Look at that smile. That is the face of a winner, ladies and gentlemen. What? Don't tell me you play with the hoodie on underneath the earphones.
No, I'm kind of cold right now, but I'm trying to stay warm.
You're cold, but your team was on fire, baby. You guys won. A 7-1 victory. It was dominant. What was the mindset going into this match? What were your takeaways?
So the mindset, basically, all we wanted to do was just have clear comms all around, which we did, and I absolutely loved it, and I'm proud of the boys for it. I'm just really happy right now. I love my team so much that we just won this game and we're able to move on to the next stage. That's all.
All right, listen, you're on cloud 9. I can see it in your eyes right now. If you had to give one shout out to a teammate, who was it gonna be? Show him some love. Who was the standout for you?
You know what? I gotta say 6. He really played on top of his game. The chicken nuggets helped him too. If you guys were catching on with that,
we saw.
Man, he was on fire. I gotta give props to him.
Okay, so you guys yeah, he was great. You guys have to go back to the drawing board now. Okay, next week you play against Dark Zero. You play against Dark Zero, and 1 more game after that to go to land. That's it. 2 more games. You're gonna make it to land. Are you guys gonna be ready? What's the game plan to steady and get ready for that matchup?
We're gonna try and prepare for as long as we can. Just long hours grind. Just whatever we can, just to prepare for this 1 game against Dark Zero, which will decide whether we have what it takes to compete on that, top level or not.
I love it. I love it. You guys are excited. I'm excited for you guys. Tell Makarov and the boys I said congratulations. And
I'll tell them.
This is for you to talk to the chat. Say whatever you want. This is it.
It's pretty cliche, but I love the chat so much. It's said, it's over and done, but I really do love them. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I really do love them. And I just wish you I hope you continue the support for us.
Yes, I love it. Congrats. We'll see you next week, and we'll see if your team has what it takes to make it to the finals in Las Vegas this year. You have a good night, all right, Habibi?
You have a good night too, Valley, man. Thanks for talking.
Oh, anytime. It's my pleasure, man. It's my pleasure. The best part about my job, and no cap for the cool kids out there. Best part of my job is talking to people that win big games like that.
Yeah.
Just seeing their pure excitement.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing better.
Especially when it's the first time, man.
I know what it's like to be in their shoes, and just seeing that relived over and over again every week, every Tuesday and Thursday is the greatest part of my job. But let's jump to the MVPs. You first.
I got to pick 6, folks, because the man's fantastic. Some amazing shots. Apparently the chicken nuggets didn't indeed help him out, but the entry kills, still very difficult, and I'll tell you why. Even though, 13-1 and 88% cost. He did great. He had a lot of opening, well, not a lot of opening kills, but he had a lot of kills that were impactful frags, and I know it might have seemed like, obviously, Shrug was playing off-kilter. They're playing off the wall. That's very difficult when you're still somebody that has to get kills because the unpredictability is massive. You're like, where are anyone? Like, you have to really lean into that information game, really be listening to those calls keenly and trying to go down your checklist in your mind like, okay, he's here, but that means that guy could be here if I peek this like that. It's a lot of, simple geometry going through your head very, very quickly. So my MVP is going to be 6 after that stellar performance.
I'm going to say that this entire matchup was a whole Kobe and Shaq performance. 6 was able to get the dunks, but the dinks coming in from the frag grenades that Makarov was providing, he's going to be my MVP. Makarov was the opener. He was the cleaner for this team. And the way he was able to go into sights, his buck, or even able to roam around on defense and pick up a lot of good kills, he was my MVP. Yeah, the stats weren't pretty, but they were efficient. The kills were efficient, and the team won. Thanks to not just him, but everyone else around him. This whole team, they're really MVPs, man. Let's take a look at all the stats. Noski, 9-3. Mean Green had a solid game as a hard breacher and anchor. Makarov, 7-6, and Habibi, 3-6. It's not about stats. It's not about stats at all, man.
Just want to point out one thing real quick.
Go ahead.
Timsy had a 63% cost on a losing team. Just saying.
Stats mean nothing if you're on a losing team.
No, they don't mean anything, but
still.
I'm just saying. Thermite Kaid, 63%
there was a lot that went wrong. There was a lot that went wrong,
Come on.
man.
Come on.
I know that Timsy left us there, but Timsy played great. But 36 total kills in 19. Whew.
It happens, man. They were steaming them, man.
All right. So, that's it. 2 plants, 1 clutches. 1 clutch. 4 opening kills. 4 opening kills for Shrug as well, but everything else they lacked on.
Yeah, everything, including the frag potential. And I think it was just a lot of misplaced aggression. That's really what it is at the end of the day. They really couldn't find a way around it. Didn't really try to change it up too much. Just went with it and hoped that it stuck, and it definitely did not.
All right, so you know what? This is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's grind time. This is it. The open qualifiers are currently over for Stage 3. Next week, we have the Stage 3 semifinals. It's going to be a best of 1 in the semis, a best of 3 in the finals, and a winner on Tuesday and Thursday will be qualified to land. The matchups, once again, if you guys just tuned into the stream, Azara versus Disrupt, and Luminasi versus EG. That's on the Western qualifier. On the East side, we're going to have Katsu against Dark Zero, and then Orglis against Bruh. Oh, next week is going to be phenomenal. I'm Veli. This is Stokes. We had such a great time. Chat, we love you. We hope to see you all again on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So, hey, make sure you submit those clips as well for Venmo. We're giving away $700 tonight. We'll catch you next week as we continue on for the U.S. Nationals.